Okay, so when we drag the negative anion that has that 3 holes, because it is short 3 electrons, we drag it over to the positive one, that's the cation with the 3 nodules, we can then get a perfect rectangle. That means any group 3 will match any group 3 will match any group 15. So the cations, you're going to put 3 group 3s in there with their charge of +3. And then the anions, you're going to put 3 anions from group 15 with their -3 charge. Their ship formulas are just their cation and then their anion because they match +3, -3. And then their name is the cation and then the anion with the "ide." That's how I got aluminum phosphide with a formula of Al and P. And notice the capital A, lowercase l, capital P. The first initial in a chemical formula is capitalized. The second initial is not. Here we have the group 2 cation with the group 2 anion, group 16 anion. The group 2 cation has a +2, it has 2 nodules out, and the group 16 anion has 2 holes. So when I put them together, they're a rectangle and a perfect match. So I can take any group 2 and make it a cation and put it in my chart and put it against any group 16 anion. Their ship formula is just the cation, then the anion, because +2 -2 equals 0. They made a perfect match. And in this case, calcium and oxygen go together to be calcium oxide. Here we have a group 1 cation of +1 and a group 17 anion of -1. I put them together and I have my +1, -1 together, their ship name, just sodium and chlorine to make sodium chloride. They're again in a 1-to-1 ratio. All 3 of these have been in 1-to-1 ratios because you could take that group and perfectly match it with the other one. So the ship formula is just writing the 2 names together, the cation first and then the anion with the "ide." A little bit different because I have a +1 cation on the left, see it only has 1 nodule, and I have a -2 or a group 16 anion because it has 2 slots. So I'm still going to do the same thing. I'm still going to make a puzzle piece here. For some reason, it's not letting me go over. So if that ever happens, unclick and click again, and then drag him over. Okay, and now you see I have that missing piece. And so I can't bring any other species into here. So I can't add another shape into the mix. I have to figure out which one of these shapes I can copy and paste to make my rectangle. And I realize that if I copy this guy and then paste him, I'll be able to fill out my rectangle. So you always just copy what you originally had. So now I have 2 positives and 1 negative. So if that positive was potassium, I now have 2 potassiums to match with 1 oxygen. And that is how you're going to do this pairing too. In some cases, you might have to copy the positive one and the negative one, but I can't add in a new group. Okay, so I have to stick with the groups that I have. So you can only copy and paste what the puzzle pieces on the screen are to make your matches.